Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's week 11.
Week 11, 10.
Let's do week 11. Cool. Week
Right.
11 recap.
Heck
J
yeah.
and L Football Talks. Welcome back. Feels like it's been a little while since we've been here. And we missed you guys. Look, we are coming up on the Thanksgiving right now. What am I thankful for? Football. That's it. Life and football. But because without life, there's no football. Without football, there's no life. Goes hand in hand. And Vel, I know you enjoy football too. I know you love it. I know you can't wait to watch the amount of games that are going on this weekend. Not even just like NFL that we cover, but like college football. There's a lot of different games going on. It's going to be an incredible weekend. Hope y'all out there enjoy your turkey and your stuffing and all that stuff. But make sure that you also watch football. On
Please.
top of that, here at JNL Football Talks, we wanted to ensure that we kept the excitement running. And we noticed a few things, a couple things in particular. The one thing is that we noticed that you guys interact more with YouTube shorts that we create based on us just talking about the games rather than having a recording up there and sort of clicking and putting together highlights from the recordings that we do. So what we're going to do going forward is that we're still going to cover the predictions for the following week, but we're going to do it as an interactive, in a much more interactive method than we're doing now. It's not going to be from a recording we're doing. It's literally us picking up the phone, talking to you guys about the game, and then asking you, hey, are we right here? Are we wrong here? Who do you think is going to be the key player in this game? Who do you think is going to screw it up for everybody? That's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be bringing you. It's going to be much more different than what we've had in the past. So we're just kind of chewing up clips for you, and you're seeing it. It just, for whatever reason, does not work well with the YouTube algorithm. And we see that. We understand that. So we want to make sure that we're getting this content to you so that you can interact with us so we can continue to all grow. Secondly, Vel brought up a great idea for us to take in as a segment that we want to bring forth now for the first time, and then continue doing it throughout the year and just going forward through all the NFL seasons we're going to end up covering here. So we want to start it off today with what's going on around the NFL. So we're going to call it As the NFL Turns, right? It's just like the soap opera, As the World Turns. We want to cover drama, but in the NFL. So this week, Vel, you brought up a great one. Tom Brady, the legend, the seven-time Super Bowl champion, has brought up something. And every time he speaks, just like when Jordan speaks, you got to listen, right? Because these guys have dedicated their soul to the sport. And anytime they have a point or an issue or advice for the league or players, look, it's all ears that you got to be, man. So turning it over to you, Vel, what did you hear Tom Brady talk about this week, man?
Shit, man. Well, what started was when he was pretty much talking about like how when he first started, before he got in the league, how the college programs, how they pretty much try to prepare the player for the NFL. Like one thing I noticed that he kept saying was he kept calling, like, I guess like colleges nowadays, he kept calling every single college a college school. He just kept saying a college place, college. But when he was talking about when he was coming up, he said they're actually college programs. They actually look out for the player. And like, you know, how they teach the offensive player how to protect themselves properly, as opposed to how they want to, as opposed to in the NFL now, they kind of cater to the offense. You know, they try to make it to where it's like, you know, they try to like, you know, make it less aggressive, which is what I hate. You know, one thing he mentioned was back in the day, because damn, now we got to say back in the day, we're old now. When he was playing the Patriots. I mean, damn, when he was playing the Ravens. I mean, I know, right? He played himself when he was playing the Ravens. One thing he always said was, say like if there's a receiver running in the middle, he would never in his life throw to that receiver in the middle because Ray Lewis is in the middle. He was very physical. You know what I mean? So he would look out for the offensive player first. You know, Tom Brady, he would never want to throw to his receiver and put him in danger like that. You know, as opposed to now, it's kind of like, you know, the the defense they're not as physical because they got to be soft so they won't get penalties and all that crap.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like pretty much what you were saying back in the day. It was more physical and only that, but I guess like when players are drafted, um, they look out, they try to think of a best way for the player to not get hurt. So when they catch the ball, as soon as they catch the ball, they want to hold it to the body. So that's one thing they make sure that the player does now, so they won't get hurt. Nowadays, there's receivers. Everybody's a good athlete now. Every receiver is a great athlete, but at the same time, they are vulnerable for big hits. And it's not the defensive part. It's not the defense's fault. It's the offense's fault because they don't teach the player how to protect themselves. So the NFL is soft now, according to Tom Brady.
Yeah, and I don't look at it as a old man get off my lawn. This is back in the day, da 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 da. Because he even in that same spiel that he gave, you mentioned Ronnie Lott, and Ronnie Lott was a very hard hitter, way back, even before Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like he's just saying, I mean, like the NFL always changes, it evolves, right? Yeah, we see that, but we're getting to a point where we're trying to police out the aggression of the game. We're neutering players, right?
yes.
For lack of a better word, especially on defense.
Yeah.
Like as a linebacker, there is not much I can do anymore. Look, Vel, like when we play, we hit people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like we destroyed people. So it's like you literally cannot do that now on defense without getting a penalty. And even if when you get the penalty, they review it, they say, "Oh yeah, it's all right. He didn't hit up here. He didn't hit wherever. He didn't leave the crown of his helmet." Like even if that happens, you're still slowing down the game because the next play, look, I'm gonna hit him as hard as I just did again. Like
Exactly.
I'm not gonna gracefully bring him down. Like it's a hard game, and when you sign up for this game, you know what you're getting, right? And look, I understand protecting certain players because the quality of the NFL game matters as well, right? If you have a quarterback like Tom Brady, and then behind him you have a quarterback like Zach Wilson, damn, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put Wilson out like that. My fault, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like there's a major difference between Tom Brady and Zach Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers, perfect example. Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be there, right? Jets were, man, I mean, God, defensive players came back. They signed contracts that were lower than their own value because they're like, we have a huge chance to get to the Super Bowl this year with Aaron Rodgers.
First, true.
After 5 snaps, dude already tears his Achilles, and now you're like, bro, we have Zach Wilson that's going to lit. And we've seen all the games. Like, we don't even need to get into it. Zach Wilson is just not the guy. But it sucks because we're getting to a point in the league where I think at some point Roger Goodell or whomever is going to think it's a great idea for the quarterback to wear flags, where now it's optional for them to pull their flag or tackle them. And then eventually it'll go to all players that are on the offense where, okay, I don't have to hit you. I just got to pull your flag. And if we get to that point, the NFL's dead. So
yeah, so it's going to turn into a flag football league.
Yeah, or
I can see that happening, which is sad.
Like a hybrid flag football league where, yeah, you could still hit, you can still make a tackle, but pulling the flag also means that the player is down. And if it gets to that, I'm officially a Canadian football fan.
And the thing is, to avoid, because when we're talking about what's about to happen, to avoid that shit from happening, only thing that the NFL teams got to do is when it comes to the offense is just teach them how to protect themselves better.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, every damn play I've seen, these past couple of years, every damn play I have seen, as soon as the receiver catches the ball, they run upfield, which is great, but as soon as they catch the ball, they run like this and yeah, I got the ball, yeah, and then they get hurt.
Yeah.
And same thing for a running back. Well, it's like one thing I wasn't even a running back, but it was like I just heard about it. I don't know, yeah, that makes sense. Like when they run the ball has to be on the side of the sideline. Like the ball has to be right there.
Right.
I've noticed people, they don't do that. They
Yeah,
it's just little shit that I'm like, damn, bro. If they just
you're right.
focus on that, it'll be great. It'll be a better game to look at.
You're right. They've lost the fundamentals of the game. Like you
They,
gotta, and I think you're right, and I think Tom's right too. Like in college, it
yeah,
doesn't seem like they're teaching that much anymore. Like they're like a lot of the schemes are very easy. They're not detailed at all. So there's a reason why a lot of these NFL quarterbacks end up struggling to grasp, how difficult an NFL playbook is. The
yeah, man.
different calls, the different checks, the things you got to watch from the sidelines before you even snap the ball, like all of that
Yeah,
is critical.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean it's and here's the thing too, right? Like when Tom Brady came in, he didn't start immediately. When Pat Mahomes came in, it didn't start immediately. Same thing with Ben Roethlisberger. All the quarterbacks in the past, it took
yeah.
some time. Aaron Rodgers, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But not only did they learn from who was ahead of them, but they they took the time to invest in their own craft and
Mm-hmm.
they
True.
stuck to what was great for them,
True.
right? Aaron Rodgers is not a 1, 2, 3 step throw guy. Dude can stand in
Oh,
the pocket, he can do a little dance, he can move here, slightly here, and nobody does it better than him. Tom Brady, 1, 2 set throw. Nobody does it better than him. Ben Roethlisberger can stand 7 minutes in the pocket, straight up and down because he's so large, and it worked for him. He was throwing freaking 500-yard passing games repeatedly,
I
right?
still can't believe he did that.
Yeah, Philip Rivers had a freaking windup when he threw the ball, but it worked for him for what 15 plus years, and he was great at it. So it's like
Yeah.
at the same time, these quarterbacks also need their own identity, right? And
Yeah.
and, and I know we'll get into this here, but like I see it in Justin Fields, like there's something there that they're not tapping into, but you can
He's
see
missing something, but he's
he's
so
missing something.
good.
He's still so good. Same thing with Justin Herbert, but they just lost to the Packers. Like there's there
He's good though.
he's good. Like we could see it, right? We're not stupid. Like he is very good,
Something,
but it's
man.
it's a combination of coaching and them trying to bring their own scheme to a team that doesn't need it. The example of the antithesis of that is the Texans, and you see how great they are with a rookie head coach,
Bruh.
rookie quarterback. Like that is
Oh, I
you.
forgot. I gotta talk about him. Yeah. Oh my
Yes,
God.
how to mold your team after what you see them doing because they're incredible right now. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for joining the recap here. With that new segment, we're gonna hop into what you guys know best, and that's the recap. Vel, what you got first,
Bro, I got the Ravens versus Bengals. That was a Thursday night game. Um.
man?
So when the game started, I assumed Macaulay Culkin's going to be injured throughout the whole game. He pretty much played, but then he got injured. I think within I want to say the second quarter. I want to say
Okay.
second or third quarter. I'm not out. He was out the second quarter. But so my prediction was 35-28 Ravens, and
Mm,
I was pretty much saying that the Bengals was going to challenge the Ravens pretty much, but the Ravens were going to still overcome and pretty much win.
mm,
I'm not gonna say they challenged them. Fuck. Well, the score was 34-20. So in a way, he kind of did
mm.
challenge the Ravens, but Ravens they played. They played so good. Oh God. Lamar Jackson got 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dog, OBJ. Oh my God, OBJ played amazing, bro.
Mm.
Like he played. I don't know. I'm always expecting he's gonna get injured. I don't know why. I just be
I
thinking
know.
that.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's how I'm assuming this is how he plays. He
Mm.
gets injured. He played great. That mother lover had 4 receptions for 116 yards, bro.
Oh wow.
He was cooking,
That is
and that
plenty.
is oh my God, he was cooking, bro.
Wow.
And see, now and the other thing about the Ravens is they dealt with injuries all damn season. They just had to deal with another injury. What's his name? Mark Andrews. I think he's out for the rest of the season.
She
But
is.
with that injury, they still managed to fucking win. And then Jake Browning for the Bengals, he came in after the second quarter. He did he threw for 68 yards, 8 for 14. But I feel like Joe Burrow's like impact, like if he stayed in the game, he probably it would have been a close game still. Like it probably would have been the score that I predicted because like he
Sure.
was before he got injured, he was playing good. He was playing pretty decent.
Right.
Ravens defense, bro, they just brought pressure when it was needed. They lead the league in sacks, bro. They got like 44 sacks.
Mm.
Like, Gus Edwards he played good. He got 2 touchdowns, 62 yards. Joe Mixon played good. I he should be like in another team. Like if he was in another team, he'll be highlighted a lot better because he played an actual pretty good game. He got 69 yards, 16 carries. So he played a pretty good game. I'm not mad at nobody's performance, to be honest, on neither side of the ball.
Mm.
If I have to be honest. Like if I was the Bengals coach, I'll dap up Joe Burrow, say good game, brother. Like I wouldn't even be mad at him. But Lamar Jackson showed his ass this game, so shout out to Lamar Jackson. That dude, man. I think Lamar Jackson, he's gonna probably I think Lamar Jackson, bro. The Ravens, I think they're gonna go to Super Bowl. I haven't heard nobody else say that. They always said the Chiefs or the Eagles. They always say there's gonna be a rematch. I think the Ravens are gonna go to the damn Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. I think they are still the most complete team in the
Yes.
NFL right now. Even with
Yes.
the loss of Mark Andrews, I still think they're
It
going to
doesn't matter.
Yeah, they got Isaiah Likely, and I saw him in preseason a couple of years ago. He's a dog. I mean, he's really good. I
Exactly.
don't assume he's not starting because Mark Andrews is that good
But he's
too.
the only
So
reason.
yeah, so he's gonna fry. I know he will. I think you're right, man. I think Ravens are going to the Super Bowl, and we have a couple friends that will love hearing that. So
Dak is gonna go crazy. I
oh
think yeah.
yeah,
Zach Martin, I'm trying to think who else is
there's a
I
few
think
out there.
Ajit. I think Ajit. I'm not sure though. I think Zach, Mark, and Ajit. I think those are the only Ravens. Oh, and some other dude we went to high school with, but he's not important. Yeah, when I show
Nice.
you, you'd be like, "Oh, him?" Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sure. We don't need to
yeah.
shout him out.
So
Well,
who in the heck do you got next?
Well, I'd
Who is it?
love to stay in the AFC North and tap into the Steelers and the Browns because what a game that was. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
It was very defensive, and I kind of predicted that. That's why I thought, it was going to be 21-17
Yeah,
Browns.
yeah,
Those games are always close. It's always hard hitting. It's
yeah.
always defensive. You're lucky if you can get any points off, even in the Ben Roethlisberger days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was a little rough to watch sometimes. And it goes back to the importance of quarterbacking. And again, knowing the quarterback that you have, scheming to his skill set, and not trying to use your coaching foundation to mold a quarterback. The
Yeah,
quarterback who he is, he's going to be who he will always be. As long as he's not doing anything reckless, just try to figure out how you can use his strengths and make him into an even better quarterback, a better version of himself. This is purely a defensive game with a backup quarterback on one side and
mm-hmm.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, and then on the other side Kenny Pickett. Um, jury's still out on Kenny Pickett. I don't know about him much, but all I do know is he had 106 passing yards, no touchdowns, no picks, with a 62.5 passer rating. And DTR had 165 passing yards, 0 tutties, a pick, 54.9 passing. Like I said, it was just not a good game. Both running backs had a decent time. Najee Harris struggled again. But Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt for the Browns had a pretty decent game, which is what led to the win here for them.
Huh.
Moving forward, in the news today, I believe is when it broke. Matt Canada's finally unemployed. I think it actually broke
Finally,
this week. Yeah, it's been a while. It wasn't like we're Steelers
it
fans
happened.
calling for his name, but we all saw that it was just not working.
Yeah,
Um,
it was bound to happen.
it was. It was. You got to rip the Band-Aid off. I get it. A lot of these coaches
Huh.
bring people in who they love and admire, and they want them to succeed so badly that they end up keeping them around a little bit too long.
Yeah.
And he's definitely, you know, stayed past his welcome here in Steelers country. So I know Steelers fans are rejoicing, but I don't know how much just changes this late in the season.
It don't
Look,
change much, but it's a start. Like
it
it's
is
not going to be like an instant difference. So
right,
probably give
right,
it a
because
year.
I mean, look at the Raiders, right? I mean, they got rid of McDaniels, and they look like a brand new team, right? I mean, they
That's
went toe
true. They
to toe
do look like
with
a
the Dolphins,
brand new team.
right? So it could change a lot, and it's
Within a
still
game, oh yeah, you might be right because they do
yeah,
look like a different team within
they do.
24.
They look passionate. They look like
Yeah,
they win.
that is weird.
They and that again, as you can see, it has to do with coaching. So the other thing too, right? And I don't want to close the door on the Steelers because now the Bengals don't have a quarterback who's starting. Steelers still do. So they could try to fight for a wild card game here. So
Yeah,
it's not over. The defense is keeping them competitive, and that's all well and good. On the Brown side, really quick, Deshaun is injured. He's done for the rest of the season. And they have brought
damn.
in Joe Flacco. I know it's tough, man. Tough
Oh,
season for him. And the next year is when that 65 point, I think it's 65 million a year for the next 3 years is going to kick in. It is going to absolutely destroy the Browns. So it's put up or shut up this year without their starting quarterback. So it's
damn.
God dog. It is going to be tough. So I'll say a prayer for the Browns. But ice cold Joe Flacco's in the building. He who knows if he'll start.
Wait. He's still in the league.
He wasn't, but
But I'm
again,
saying he's still like around. Like they calls him.
well, here's the thing, Vel. I mean, can you just think about it, right? With all the quarterbacks that have come and gone since he's been out of the league, they call him back, right?
That's
This goes
crazy.
back to the same conversation that Tom Brady was having. It's like there's so many quarterbacks coming out of the draft each and every year, and not one of them is good enough to be a backup.
No, they
You go,
don't. I don't know. It's different. Like it's just the way.
yeah,
Man, just the way the college programs are now.
yeah.
They don't really care about the safety.
It's an issue, man. It's a
Hate it.
true issue. We'll see what happens, man. What you got?
My next game, I forgot to write the damn score and my prediction score, so I'm just gonna act like, wow, how did I? Anyways, okay, Raiders versus Dolphins. Um, I know I
Yeah,
had the Dolphins winning.
sure. Yeah.
14-17. All right. Anyway. When I saw this game, they pretty much. I'm not gonna say O'Connell and Tua were playing like night and day. I ain't gonna say it like that. But
Mm.
Tua showed his ass today. He showed his freaking ass. And
Hope he didn't get fined.
no, he didn't get fined, but he showed his ass. Um yeah, Tua threw for 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
Mm.
Aiden O'Connell threw for 271 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. So that's why I was saying like it's not night and day, but O'Connell just I don't think he's not the quarterback for the damn because when you think about they're back and forth with their quarterback thing. They got
Sure.
O'Connell, then they got
So,
Jimmy.
so to that point, do you think they go out and get a quarterback in the draft or
Oh
in free
shit!
agency?
Hold on, that's a good question. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, I just think about that. What do you think about that?
Free agent. That's a good ass question. I want to say free agency because I don't think in the draft they'll be able to get somebody unless they do some stupid ass Panther shit and get somebody in the first draft and not do shit with them.
And they
I
just
love my
kind of did
Panthers.
that for this season with Jimmy Garoppolo
Oh, they
by
did. Oh, I didn't
so
think
it's
about that.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do the same thing again. I think they're going to try and get a decent quarterback in the free agency. Oh yeah, but another thing, I didn't know Raheem Mostert, dude for the running back for the. I didn't know he's pretty much like the old man of the group. I had no idea the way he plays. I had no idea, bro. I think Steve Smith got me hit to that because I called Steve Smith and he told me. I was like,
Right,
"What?"
right.
So I looked on a YouTube thing. He was pretty much saying he was talking to him while he was in the league. I was like, he was still around, but
Yeah.
he had a good ass game. Old man Mostert, he had a good game. 22 carries, 86 yards. That's pretty good. Josh Jacobs. No, they have no running game for the Raiders. Josh Jacobs got 14 carries for 39 yards.
Uh,
That's
but
pretty.
it's crazy because over the past couple weeks, he was breaking a 100-yard mark. So it's weird
This
how
game, he did not. I don't know what it is. This game.
yeah.
Um,
It's weird.
Tyreek Hill, did you see anything of the game at all of that? Have you seen Tyreek?
There was a play where there were four defenders,
Yes, that one.
face.
That's the one.
He just said,
My
"Yee."
God, bro, I remember this play. This nigga, as soon as he caught it, I'm thinking, oh, he about to get tackled.
He's gonna get a tackle. Yeah,
This nigga got a touchdown, bro. He and so much separation, bro. Like the guys were right here. He was all the way over there. My hand can't even. I was like, what the fuck?
I've never seen a
Never
play
seen anything like that. Like I heard him talking. I saw a podcast and him. He was saying he doesn't have hands. I think Brandon Marsh was saying he got the best hands or one of the best hands. I don't disagree with him with that. But then fucking Tyreek Hill was saying, it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, I don't got the best hands, but it doesn't matter because I got so much separation. It really doesn't matter he's like, it doesn't matter if you catch with one hand or two hands. I still got it. You got so much separation. So it's like,
Yeah,
none of that shit matters, man.
I mean,
Devontae Adams had a good game too. He got a touchdown at 82 yards.
he
He had a
did.
good game.
He did.
I remember last game. I don't know if it was last game or the game before that. He was complaining that he wasn't really getting a lot of balls thrown to him. Pause. So I think now, I think I think now he's getting more footballs thrown to him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he had a good game. Still lost.
yeah,
O'Connell played He played decent, but he was pressured a lot. So I think that's the reason why, those 3 interceptions because of that.
yeah.
Tua played he played great, man. He had minor mistakes, bro. I think he threw for one. Yeah, he threw for one pick. And
Mm-hmm.
it was that pick, it wasn't that bad. But like, yeah, he threw for one pick. He played pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Dolphins. The Raiders need to get out of here. I don't know. They need to figure out what they got to do. But I like the Dolphins. 7-3, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they undefeated still at home. So that's even.
I think so. Yeah, I think
That's
so.
even greater. That's even
Yeah,
gooder. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Who the heck do you got next?
Well, we're gonna go to an old-fashioned beat-off with the NFC North with the Bears, the Bears and the Lions. Old-fashioned. So the predicted score that I had for this game was 28-14 Lions. I didn't see the Bears having a chance. I was a little wrong, and this guy goes back to quarterbacking, right? So,
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Well,
No. This is Justin Fields for the Bears, and then Lions with Jared Goff, and 31-26 was the final score. Lions winning this game. Again, I thought it was close. I thought it was going to be not as close as this was. I mean, Justin Fields had 169 passing yards, a tutty, no picks, but with a 105.2 passer rating. Jared Goff, he didn't have the best game at all. 236 passing yards, 2 tutties, 3 picks, 68.3 passer rating. That typically is not supposed to win you games, and they almost lost. But
it's crazy.
They came out with it in the end. I mean, Bears played defense well. Justin Fields, I felt, played pretty well this game. And again, I just don't think he's in the best system to succeed. Right? I don't see him as a bust. I don't see him as a bad NFL quarterback because he's shown more than he has disappointments. I mean, he has more. God, I forgot the stat, but it was alarming because I'm like, man, you would not have known because of where he is. And we've seen over the past few years, quarterbacks it's like they go to the Bears to die.
What is it? They got more what? He has more what? What is it?
It was touchdowns, and I don't know if it might have been rushing touchdowns. I think he had more rushing touchdowns than another player who I thought would have had more, or maybe some running backs in the league that he's had more rushing touchdowns than since he started his career. So he's not the problem in Chicago. I think it's an organizational / coaching thing right now. But I don't think even with a new coach, this will improve the issue because that new coach is going to want to have a new quarterback coming in with that fits his style, and it's it's a revolving door. So if Justin Fields can get out, I think that'll be the best for his career, and I hope the Bears see that the same way as well. So going forward, Lions got to watch the turnovers, man. This was too close of a game for them to have. I know every team plays a bad game, every team has a bad week, but you can't. If you're a great team or you want to be a great team, you can't have these types of games. You just can't, right? You want to be the next type, the next Patriots or the next the next dominant franchise over the next few
When you
years.
think about it, those franchises, when it comes to certain games, they don't turn over the ball like that.
They don't. And like I said, right, every single team in the history of the NFL has had a stretch of bad games, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean turnovers. It could be miscommunication. It could be bad blocking, but to have a game like that where it's that close in scoring and you want to be considered or seen as the best team in the NFC, you just got to play better. That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy because, the Lions, that's another team that I was like, yo, they're looking pretty nice, and they are barely winning to Bears. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would never expect that.
We'll see what happens. There's still quite a few games left, man. So,
yeah.
What you got?
Oh, God, another game that pissed me off looking at this game.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to start with the good stuff first. It's Titans versus Jags. I predicted wow. I predicted the Jaguars winning 17-10.
Okay.
The score was 14-34. Jaguars beat the shit out of Titans. Okay, I'm gonna start with Trevor. I'm gonna start with the Jaguars first. So you can go from good to bad. Okay, Trevor Lawrence cooked 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, 24 for 32. Ridley, 7 receptions, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence was pretty much playing he was like, I don't know what was wrong with him. Like in a good way. He was playing really good. I didn't expect. Damn, I don't know. I didn't expect him to cook like this. Travis Ethan Jr., running back for the Jaguars, he got 52 yards, 14 carries. Oh my God. Okay. What the hell happened with Derrick Henry, bro? I don't know how I was trying to, because I can't believe it. Wow. Do you know? Do you know the stats at all?
Bro, here's the thing. I know it was terrible because I went with the bare minimum when I was betting. I was like, Derrick Henry is going to get more than 25 yards rushing. Right?
Hold on, wait. Okay, because I was looking at the stats. Okay, when I look at the stats, it shows for that team who had the most yards, and it wasn't who had the most rush yards, and it wasn't Derrick Henry. Okay, so Titans rush yards. Chris Moore. Listen. I can't because I didn't even. Chris Moore got 1 carry for 38 yards.
Oh.
That's Chris Moore, right?
Huh.
And Derrick Henry got 10 carries for 38 yards.
Okay.
What in the fuck? Okay, I just wasn't expecting that from Derrick Henry. He got 10 carries for 38 yards. Will Levis, whatever.
Yeah,
he got 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, 13 for 17. So the passing game, it was working compared to the run game. They still fucking lost.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is going on with the damn Titans. I know for a fact before this damn season started, I had the Titans beating the shit out of a lot of teams, bro. And Derrick Henry's playing. I can't even talk. I just wasn't expecting this shit, bro. Even looking at the game and the highlights, I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah, I don't know.
Trevor Lawrence is playing like his life depended on it, man. He played pretty good, bro. He recognized the blitz. He would throw it on time. I don't know why he didn't play like this. Like the rest of the season, he should have played like this since the beginning. Titans run offense got to do better. Trevor Lawrence played great. D Hop played all right. He got four receptions, 59 yards. He played good.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley showed his ass off. 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions. Yeah, Jaguars is just the better team.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? I thought it was gonna be closer because I assumed Derrick Henry was gonna pretty much run the ball. So technically that nigga got 3.8 yards. That's crazy, bro.
3
Bro,
yards.
okay, this has nothing to do with them, but this reminds me of what's his name? Like, I gotta look into it and see what the fuck is going on. Just like Bijan Robinson, bro. Those
Yeah.
are two surprising players. I don't know. It could just be me. I expected them to cook.
As
Like,
did I. Yeah.
God, I expected them to cook, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jaguars, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, keep doing what they're doing. They don't really got to change nothing, at all.
Okay. Okay.
Titans need to change everything,
Uh,
including the running game. Jesus Christ!
wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I did not know it was that bad. So it looks like I did hit my bet for the parlay, but to be averaging 3.8 rushing yards a carry and to
For a
be
freak ass running back, like
250, that you
I don't even think.
someone's got to
The
get
thing
you can
is, like,
only get 3 yards.
and see, the thing is, like you know, when I think of Derrick Henry, I think of Adrian Peterson. I don't
Mm.
even think Adrian Peterson would do no shit like that though,
Nah,
at
if you
all.
start AP again today, he will get more yards than Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
And
like seriously, if they call AP to come in to replace Derrick Henry's sorry ass, I think he'll get more yards. And Adrian Peterson is like, he's not, man. Adrian Peterson's a freak, and he still got it all these years still.
He is, and I think there is a freak on the Chargers right now, and I think he's at quarterback. But unfortunately, we're not seeing the freakiness that I think we should.
Yeah, but he has yards though.
He has yards, and
Crazy?
that's part of the freakiness, but it's turning it into wins, and I'm not
Yeah,
blaming
you don't have the
him for not
W's
doing
for
that.
it.
Yeah, there hasn't. They should be a lot better and get a lot and have gotten a lot further than they have been now. I mean,
Yeah.
my predicted score for this game was Chargers winning 42-28. I didn't really think the Packers had a chance. I thought they would have scored, 14 or 28 points in garbage time.
Yeah.
However, the actual final score to this game was 23-20 Packers.
Wow.
I did not expect the Packers to win this, even though they were playing at home. Like that to me did not matter. I just thought they were not the better team, and I still don't feel that way. But clearly, they were coached better. Here's what happened, man. I mean, more plays were made than they weren't by the Packers. I mean, there was Quentin Johnson who was wide open for the Chargers and just dropped the ball just flat out. And there was quite a few of that going on that game. I mean, Austin Eckler, I don't know if he's hurt or just banged up, but his speed has been reduced by at least 0.5 mph. I mean, this is not looking good. Jordan Love's stats were a little bit surprising too, because again, I did not expect this from him. But then, I'd have to get to what the head coach for the Chargers said in a press conference. And I'll get to that here shortly. But Jordan Love, 322 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Shut the fuck.
108.5 passer rating.
You got an A. Wow.
Dude, an A+ game against the Chargers.
Jordan Love.
Meanwhile, Justin Fields, he wasn't not Justin Fields. Justin Herbert, he wasn't that far off. 260 passing yards, 2 tutties, no picks, 99.3 passer rating.
Bad. That's not
He's
bad.
not bad at all. But that's what I'm saying. It's
still good. You're right. I don't know what it is.
It has to be coaching. So, the head coach Staley, when he was asked at a press conference after the game if he's going to continue to call defense, he got really pissed off. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna continue to call defense. Just don't ever ask me that question again. I'm always this is my team. Okay, we're gonna." And I'm like, "All right, well, he's starting to lose it. That's what that shows.
Obviously, it's his fault. The fuck?
He's starting to lose it. I don't think he comes back as a coach next year. It's
I wouldn't
not
bring his
that
ass back either. The
it's
fuck? That guy
not like
great.
they've been terrible, but they have not been good. They have not won the games that they needed to, and they've lost more than they should have.
Well,
Um,
what's the Chargers record?
Ooh, I think it might be. Is it 5-5 right now, or four?
Yeah, they shouldn't be 5-5. I get what you're saying.
It's
Yeah,
yeah. It's not. It's not good. Like they should be. They should probably be in the top of the division right
yeah, because
now.
they don't look like the way Herbert plays and all that crap. He doesn't. They don't look like a 5-5 team. Like if
They
you saw them
don't.
play, and if you don't look at their record, you go, "Oh, this guy's looking good, man. 8-2. Hell yeah!" But they're not. Damn, bro.
Even close. So look, I mean, going forward, there are a few key injuries right now. I know.
Mhm.
I know Keenan Allen's going through some things. Joey Bosa might be done for a while.
Damn,
So it's tough. So I don't see him
damn.
getting to the playoffs this year. And
Especially if
it's
they don't got that edge rusher. Damn, I
yeah,
didn't even.
yeah,
Damn, sucks.
they don't. And they have such a very talented roster. But I just don't see them getting there this year. Packers, they're in a strange position as well. I I don't know if they have found their quarterback. It seems like they have some games, and it seems like they have in other games. But
Not yet. Not yet.
yeah, I just I
Not
don't I
yet.
don't feel it yet.
Not
So
yet.
we'll see what happens in the offseason for both of these teams.
Okay.
But for now, what do you got?
I got Cardinals versus Texans.
Mm.
Now, my prediction was 3-24. I expected the Texans to beat
Woo!
dog
Okay,
shit out of the Cardinals because they're a 2-9 team. And speaking
sure.
of 2-9 teams, speaking of teams with sorry ass records, fucking Cardinals played way better than the shitty ass Titans. Compared, like they're 2-9, but it was like they played, they actually played like. Yeah, they're a 2-9 team, but they're not gonna crawl down and just let y'all like beat the shit up. They're gonna, fight. But my prediction was 3-24
Mm,
Texans. The score was 16-21 Texans. Um, Kyler Murray pretty much had a good game. I ain't gonna talk about CJ Stroud first. I ain't gonna do that first. I'm gonna talk about Kyler Murray first. He had a good game.
yeah,
Um, uh, Pretty much majority of the game, he was just he's pretty much trying to play catch up throughout majority of the game, pretty much.
sure.
Um, he was playing good. Yeah, like I said, he was playing catch up. He only had one pick, 214 yards, a touchdown, one pick, 20 for 30.
Not bad.
He had a decent game. What is it? Their running back had 62 yards, 14 carries. James Conner, um, Greg Dortch, receiver, 6 receptions, 76 yards. So it was like he had a decent game, but they still lost, man. The Texas defense though, they played pretty good. They caused pressure, which kind of made that was one reason why Kyler Murray, the Cardinals kind of lost. It was just they had a lot of pressure on him. Like if you saw him, he was running around everywhere. You know how Kyler Murray
No,
plays.
Kyler Murray
He
doesn't.
plays like a little fucking kid. So he was he was just pressured. He was getting pressured most of the game. He was running around in circles and shit. He did one running touchdown, but he was just running around in circles and shit pretty much. Um, but CJ Stroud though,
Yeah, tell me
that
about.
guy, like, see, I know, right? It was all boring talking about Kyler Murray. Okay, CJ Stroud, he is 27 for 37, 336 yards, and 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
Yo.
So he had a lot of interceptions, but
Yeah.
he's a rookie. So it's
Right,
like
right, right, right.
he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's taking chances. I get it. But at the same time, you giving Kyler Murray this, you gave Kyler Murray these opportunities, and Kyler Murray still ain't really overcame that. He still didn't, take advantage of that.
Hmm.
Because they lost, of course. But yeah, man, dude, threw for 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. C.J. Stroud. The thing I like about him is, I guess ever since that damn breaking records game, I've noticed that I don't know why I'm getting noticed now, but like I'm realizing, okay, this guy likes to spread the ball around a lot.
Hmm.
That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Very
good thing.
good. Yeah.
So, yeah, he spreads the ball out a lot. He's playing as if like he's been in the league for like 6 years. Like he just throws the ball quick. He delivers the ball quick. When there's a blitz, he throws it to where he needs to throw to. Um, I think he'll be a great rookie MVP candidate. I don't know any other rookies who's playing like how he's playing. And the Texas defense, or not Texas, I mean Cardinals defense. They got 3 picks, but they gave away 3 touchdowns. So, and oh shit, I forgot. What's his name played a good game? I don't know how the hell I forgot about him. Damn, Singletary, bro.
Oh
He
yeah.
got 22 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown. I don't know why I forgot about him. Yeah, he had a good ass game. He played great. He had great vision. He played as if the light bill was due. That's how good he played, in my opinion. He played with a vengeance. He played very hard. Another one that played good, Tank Dell. He got 8 receptions, 149 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah, bro. He just. I think that's his favorite receiver. Tank Dell. I think that's his favorite receiver. Um, he likes to spread the ball around. I got the Texans doing great. The Cardinals don't play like a 2-9 team though. Like, I like the way they got their asses. Not their asses whooped, but like they don't go down without a fight. I like the effort that they play. They just need to just play a little harder. You know what I'm saying? They need to play a little harder. They'll get more wins, but the effort's there. They just got to get W's. The effort's there. They don't play like a 2-9 team.
That's true. That's true.
Kyler Murray running around everywhere. He looks like a little kid. You just see him play. He looks so cute. Like, just looking at, oh, I don't know. He's running around and he's like, he's like, he literally running around. He was literally running around. And so I was like, oh, look at that. Like 5-year-old. Just like James, man. I don't know. It looked like a little kid playing. Looked like somebody's son.
Caught it straight for no reason.
Yeah, I did bring him up for no reason. I don't know. He just looks like James playing the ball.
Tough. Well, and I get that. Sometimes you just gotta bring up certain things or certain people for no reason. And this team that I'm about to bring up, I'm bringing up for absolutely no reason because I don't really give a shit to talk about them. The Commanders.
Well, who are you talking about, man?
The Commanders. I don't like. I remember we talked right after that game ended, and I was in hysterics.
You were very pissed, very angry.
I was ready. I was ready to plummet off of something, because it was just, I can't really explain how bad we were, because there aren't words in the encyclopedia to bring justice to how I feel. So my predicted score was reasonable, and I think it was. I think everybody would have been on board when I said this, 24-6, because the Giants.
Great. Hell yeah!
The Giants never gave anybody any idea that they would be any good. They got by the Cowboys, and you thought, the rest of the year is lost. Just pack it up, go home. But hey, those little Giants are really mighty strong Giants because they kept fighting. They believed in themselves. And that guy who got the gabagool after the game, who still lives in his mother and father's basement, Tommy DeVito, decided he was going to bake us. He decided, you know what? I'm going to throw up 3 tutties on your head. I'm going to get 246 passing yards in a defense that was ranked in the top 5 last year. And I'm going to do it with a 137 passer rating. Gonna fuck y'all up. Gabagool, and that's what he did. It was that paisano, mozzarella, and this.
What are you gonna do over here?
What are you doing there, Johnny?
Crazy.
6 total turnovers for the Commanders, 3 of them being interceptions. A third-string quarterback throwing 3 tutties on our head, passing for over 245 yards with a 137 passing rating. My guy, we suck. We suck. We lost the Giants 31-19. The Giants have only won 3 total games, and 2 of those games were against us. Let that sink in. They won 3 games the entire season, and 2 of those games were against us. We are below dog shit. We are terrible. Saquon played with us like we were a worm in a sandbox. We had nothing to do to stop him. We had nothing that we can do to stop him. It was like he was going against Montgomery College defense.
You know how many yards he got by any chance, or no?
I don't, but I know he got 2 receiving touchdowns. He's a running back. So let me play that back again. He got 2 receiving yards, or 2 receiving touchdowns. He's a running back.
Wow, that's sad. No offense, man. I love y'all, but damn.
No offense taken. You cannot offend me with anything you say about the Commanders because I don't care. Going forward, no, I mean going now, Del Rio and Ron needs to be out the building. They need to be fired. It's not even going forward. Like, I don't know how we're going to go into – because we have a game this Thursday against the Cowboys. They're going to embarrass us on national – and I'm here
You're the Thanksgiving Thursday game.
We are the Thanksgiving – well, the three games on Thanksgiving Thursday.
And y'all playing the Cowboys, and they're actually playing –
we are playing the Cowboys. It's a 4 o'clock game. The whole world's going to watch us get destroyed. And I love it. I love it. Give us more. Give us more of us getting decapitated on live television. I love watching live executions. That is what I'm here for. So our season is done. It's been done for the past few weeks. I don't really care anymore. I'm just wearing this jersey because it's Sean Taylor. I'm mentally over it. I'm emotionally over it. Giants suck too. But at least they got a guy who knows how to make some good gabagool. In Tommy DeVito. So yeah, that's what I got, man. What else you got? God.
Fuck. And like right when you now I'm about to mention a team that doesn't matter. Why the fuck did I just have how do we do that? Panthers versus Cowboys, bro. Wow. All right, so my prediction was 14-35. You can laugh at these motherfuckers if you want, because I laughed at your team. My prediction was 14-35. Cowboys. That was my prediction, right? I didn't even want to go against. That was a reasonable one. We were gonna get our ass whooped.
That wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
The actual score was 10-33. Cowboys. It's still the same shit. Wow. I don't even. Dak Prescott. He's 25 for 38, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, I don't even feel like 2 touchdowns, 189 yards. Tony Pollard got 12 carries, 61 yards, a touchdown. Oh God, bro, I hate looking at these stats. All right, okay, well, if you saw the game, even though it's 33-10, I swear to God, Dak Prescott didn't really do shit this game. He only got 189 yards. But Bryce Young got 16 for 29, 123 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 fucking interception. Bitch ass nigga. Oh gosh, man. Panthers defense, bruh. If you saw the damn game, and it was here, it was in fucking Carolina. Poor tackling. Horrible, very horrible tackling involved. Arm tackles all day. Poor coverage. Man, horrible coverage. And then another thing, because we're looking like how y'all used to look a minute ago. You remember how y'all used to do great on defense, but then there'll be sometimes where it'll just be a penalty on defense. Then y'all just gave up like shitload of yards. Yeah, we did that a lot. It was like a horse collar thing we did. Oh my God. And it was for loss. It was a tackle for loss out of bounds. Ended up to be a first down.
Yikes.
Around like the first and goal or something like that. And I was like, damn. Oh, and our offensive line, we suck. We only have one, in my opinion, offensive tackle. I think he's on the left side. He's like the only good lineman in my opinion. He has not given up sacks like that. I don't know what happened this game. I don't know. I'm not sure. I gotta look into it. But every game before that, he hasn't given up a sack that much. Cowboys defense, bro, they sacked Bryce Young 7 times. And what's his name, bro? It was Micah Parsons, bro. That's all I kept looking at on defense, bro.
Yeah, Micah's different, man. He's different.
He just kept bringing the pressure, bro. That's the only person I looked at on defense. I was like, look at this nigga. Watch, he's about to get it. This guy, he just knows how to play, bro.
He's different.
Yeah. Out of all the Cowboys, he's probably my only favorite Cowboy I like looking at because he's, I like my defensive guy. Him and DeMarcus Ware. Matter of fact, he reminds me of DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah, DeMarcus.
That's a good way to say. He reminds me of DeMarcus Ware.
He's incredible. Yep.
Okay, at this point, I think the Panthers should all just drive in a school bus, right, and just hit a wall. Like I don't know what else they could do, bro. Um, we fucked ourselves up. Like in the next 2 to 3 years, we're gonna be fucked up, in my opinion. So I'm accepting it. I'm expecting it. Adam Thigh guy, he got 74 yards. He's all right. Brandon Cooks cooked. Well, he only got 42 yards, but he still cooked. I don't care. He cooked.
That's a
He only
weird
got 42 yards, but he still won the game. Shit. So yeah, he cooked.
cooked in the
Damn
food
it.
came out raw.
Yeah, he just cooked. He cooked, man. It was all right. Um,
Still raw.
man, we just need to do better on the Panthers. Just got to do better overall with everything. Cowboys, keep doing what you're doing. I hate to say that, damn, because I hate the Cowboys, but yeah, if they keep doing what they're doing, they have nothing to really worry about. Um, yeah, uh, yeah, defenses need to keep that pressure going, and they'll probably sack a quarterback 12 times, and yeah, go Panthers. I'm depressed.
It's all right. We both had to go through it. Now we'll get through it all together.
Now the next games, whoever we gotta we won't be depressed because we can talk about other shitty teams.
It's exactly right. That's the fun in the NFL. And just for the sake of
Who's
time,
your shitty team?
who's mine?
Yeah, who's your shitty team that you got next that you're about to go
Oh
against?
well, honestly, I don't think either one of these are, and maybe for the next remaining games I have, I don't think none of these teams really are that terrible. But
Oh,
um,
man.
it's they've had their struggles. They've come back from adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Bucks and 49ers, I mean, that wasn't a bad game to watch at all. Very competitive. Even though the final score was 27-14 Bucks, I was thinking it was going to be more so 24-10. Sorry, no, 49ers. 49ers won the game.
Oh,
27-14 49ers. I was thinking it was going to be 20-10 or 24-10
mm-hmm.
49ers. So what happened? I mean, San Fran is who we thought they were. All teams
Mm-hmm.
have slumps, but most of them, at least the great ones, the championship ones, don't stay in that slump for a long time, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't necessarily affect their season too much. Christian McCaffrey keeps scoring touchdowns. That's just what he does. He knows how to do it.
Of course.
He's a veteran in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy played his ass off. 333 touchdowns,
He had
300,
333 touchdowns. Like, damn. 21,331 points. Okay, go ahead.
333 passing yards, 3 tutties, 0 picks, 158 passing yard rating. He played a
Great.
damn perfect game. Baker Mayfield, he wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
246 passing yards, a tutty, a pick, 76.2 passing yard rating. Had a decent. Had a decent.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, but the stats don't really tell the full story. You could tell dude was in it. There were some drop passes, some bad throws, but you're always going to get a gamer out of Baker, man. So going forward, I think the Bucks aren't completely out the playoffs yet because the NFC South is with this year. So it's gonna be whoever wants to decide to win.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the Saints are the number one
Saints
right
are
now.
ahead right now. Yeah, Saints are in the league. I know Panthers are in the back. I think 49ers are in,
Yeah, we're in the bag. Why are you trying to be funny? Of course. My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think Panthers might be second and then Atlanta third. Oh man, no, it's still a pretty open division, man, for at least a couple of those teams. So we'll see what ends up happening. But that's all I got, man. What's your next game?
I just looked at who the hell I got next. This is gonna be funny as shit. All right, so the next game I got is Jets versus Bills. My prediction, I don't know why the hell. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be closer. I guess my prediction is 10-17. Bills. The actual score was 6-32. Bills. Like I didn't even have to look at all this game to like fucking really say. Okay, Zach Wilson is not the quarterback, bro. The way both of these, I remember before the game, my prediction it was 10-17. I was saying the reason why it was going to be so damn like close,
Mm.
like the reason why I said that is because Josh Allen, his favorite thing is to throw to the other team. So I thought he was just gonna make more opportunities for the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought, but I
Yeah.
still thought they were gonna win. But boy, was I wrong? I was wrong. I was very wrong. I'm trying to think which stats to go to first because it's gonna make you laugh. I don't know which to go to. All right, so I thought we thought Josh Allen was gonna be an interception monster this game. I
Yeah.
literally thought he was gonna throw for 3 picks or something. I don't know, something stupid.
That's reasonable.
Josh Allen's 20 for 32, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I know you're wondering why I'm laughing because I'm about to tell you Zach Wilson's.
Oh God.
How the hell does this happen? All right, Zach Wilson.
Oh God. What is it? What?
Zach
How?
Wilson is 7 for 15, 81 yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception.
Oh my God. I know.
All right,
I
so
know
what
he's on the bench, but boy,
I'm
that's terrible.
oh my god.
Mm.
All right, so okay, so oh god, yeah, they're not good at passing or running. Bryce Hall got 10 carries for 23 yards. That's good shit. God.
Reese played pretty well. He played pretty well.
Yeah, he got 10 yards. He got rushing yards. He got 10 carries, 23 yards rushing. Then receiving yards, he got 50 yards and a touchdown. So
Nice.
he's pretty much. I'm assuming he's that guy. Um,
Yeah.
whew, man, what did it was if you looked at the game, bro. Oh my God, Bills' offense was. It was they were pressuring him, right? They were
Yeah.
pressuring Zach Wilson, right? And then if it wasn't that, this made it funny, bro. There was sometimes they didn't even put no pressure. It was probably like three or four linemen. This motherfucker threw it in traffic so many times for no reason. Like he just kept throwing it in traffic. He just kept throwing it.
Yeah.
He threw it to his one receiver. It was like a comeback route. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter what the route is. Point is, he threw it to him, and there was like 3 Bills like defenders right there waiting for him. I was like, why would you even do that?
Terrible.
Yeah. I thought Jets defense was good. They're not. Um, Jesus Christ. Yeah, their running offense is horrible, bro. James Cook, he had 17 carries for 73 yards. So their run offense and their pass defense isn't good at all. I really thought that their defense was gonna be good this year. Just the defense. I don't care, but I was just thinking about the defense. I thought they were gonna be good
Mhm.
this year for some reason. Yeah, bro. The Bills just gonna keep doing what they're doing, man. I like the Bills in this game. It was night and day, bro. Josh Allen played great. Zach Wilson played the complete opposite of that. Um, Zach Wilson, he didn't even get 100 yards passing. Everybody gets 100. Like even shitty quarterbacks get at least 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like
He did also get benched, so it's possible he would have probably gotten
oh yeah,
over it.
he did. I just thought
Yeah.
about that. His the damn head coach, except for right now. Besides this game, every other game before this, he had his back, which is good. That's a good thing to have. He had his back the whole time. He was like, man, I don't think we should let him go yet. I don't think we should bench him yet because it's not all him. He's
Mhm.
wrong, even though it is all him. But he was just still like trying to have his back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell Jets are gonna do. I think Aaron Rodgers he's gonna be back next year. Hopefully they just stick with Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm.
If he doesn't get traded or if he decides to retire, I don't know how that shit works.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. I like the Bills, bro. I think what did they talk about? Interceptions. That was the only thing that was wrong with the Bills, pretty much.
Yeah.
He put it up. He put it down to dropped it down to 1 interception, which is good.
Not bad.
But yeah. Bills just keep doing what you're doing. Don't throw as many picks, and you'll get W's because they got everything. They just got to stop throwing picks,
Yeah.
and they got it. Um, Yeah, Jets can go to hell, man. I don't know. They gotta do better on that one. That's crazy how they. I don't get that. Wow,
Yeah.
this sucks.
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of time here, I'm gonna loop both of these games in together with the Seahawks and Rams first, and the Eagles and Chiefs here.
Oh shit, you
Um,
got 2 games. I forgot you. I thought you had 1 game
two
left. My
more,
bad.
yeah. So really quick for the Seahawks. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a quick game. Seahawks and Rams is a division rivalry game.
Yeah.
Full score for me, at least the predicted score was 28-24, and I thought the
Mhm.
Seahawks would win it. But as we know, with divisional games, it can go either way.
Yeah.
Actual final score was 17-16 Rams. Here's what happened. Matt Stafford was a little bit shaky throughout the game. Of course, he
Mhm.
was getting blitzed. He was getting dominated up front. At least his linemen were. So that played a bit of a role there. I mean, he went 190 passing yards, a touchdown, an interception, with a 70.6 passer rating. Their
Okay.
defense played well against the Seahawks, and Geno Smith got destroyed in the game as well. He had to come out for a little while. I think it was just something with his shoulder after he got just absolutely destroyed on a play with
Oh damn.
involving Aaron almost said Aaron Hernandez, Aaron Donald.
Shit, Aaron
Aaron Donald.
Hernandez.
That
Oh,
was a way to get destroyed. Um, but yeah, I mean, he had a few plays though. 233 passing yards, a tutty, no picks, 94.4 passer yard rating. Going forward, Rams are in a good position to rebuild here. They're not terrible. They're not great right now. They still have a really good nucleus to compete. They just need to figure out a couple parts and pieces. Seahawks are still in the race, but they need to have a bounce back game so that next week they're not falling to a point
yeah.
where they have to try to get in through the wild card or have to be on the bubble to get in. They want to continue to secure these wins, and if they do that, they'll be a shoe-in to get into the playoffs. So let me tap on the Eagles and Chiefs. This is a Super Bowl rematch from last year. And oh boy, it was every bit of intense, every bit of a back and forth affair. One of the better games of the week. Predicted score was 24-17 Eagles. The actual final score was 21-17 Eagles. So the
Oh
reason
my
why
god, you were close.
I was close. It was close.
Shit.
And look, I mean, the reason why I thought the Eagles were going to win, again, similar to the Ravens and the AFC, the Eagles have just
Yeah.
always been consistent, right? They know who they are. They follow their identity to a T. And
Yeah.
if they lose, it would just be because they made too many mistakes or just had a bad game. But they have not had that this
Yeah.
entire season. Like I said, a very back and forth contest with some huge misses. I know, for example, that wide open touchdown catch that was dropped by Mark
Oh yeah.
the Scantling. That was terrible. There were some other balls that were incomplete, other passes that weren't thrown well. Isaiah Pacheco played a great game, had over 100 rushing yards, and he's always a tough back to bring down. So I
Yeah.
know that helped a lot. That brought a lot back to the game for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, it wasn't enough. So going forward, I think we're going to see this again in the Super Bowl. I you
You
know
think
I,
they're gonna be in the Super Bowl again?
well, I think the
Not
only
this year,
team
but next year.
that has a chance of getting there
Ravens.
outside of the Chiefs and Ravens.
Yeah.
NFC, I mean, maybe San Fran, but again, there is a point in the season where San Francisco
Yeah, I
is
think it's
not.
either San Fran or Lions.
I don't know
Not
about the
even Lions
I don't know about the Lions.
or
I think
San Fran.
Lions will get into the playoffs.
Never mind.
But I don't know what happens beyond them or beyond
Yeah.
that rather. So I think home field advantage in the playoffs means a lot more than it does during the regular season. So I
Yeah.
guess we'll see, man. What's the last game you got?
Got the Vikings versus Broncos. I expected the Vikings because I forgot to put the damn score on it, but I expected the Vikings to win this.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't.
Mm.
They lost. They lost what 1 point.
It was
Uh,
close.
Josh Dobbs 20 for 32, 20 for 32, 221 yards. He got a touchdown and interception.
Castro.
Um, and then what? Russell Wilson got 27, 35, 259 yards, a touchdown. Like I said, I expected Russell Wilson to not do good at this game, and he
Right.
actually did good and won. So there it is. That one catch, that one amazing touchdown pass he threw in the back of the end zone was unbelievable.
Yeah.
With this win, though, Josh Dobbs still played a heck of a game. You know what I'm saying? Like I still can't believe he barely doesn't know the playbook yet. When you think,
Yeah.
he still doesn't know the playbook fully, and he's playing the way he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do good. What is it, Javonte Williams? He got 11 carries, 37 yards. Madison got 18 carries, 81 yards. They have a good running game. The Vikings, they have a good running game, but they still lost. Who was it? Hawkinson. Oh yeah, their tight end had 55 yards. Sutton had 66 yards and a touchdown,
Mm-hmm.
4 receptions. So for real, now that I'm thinking about it, both teams were evenly matched in a way. But whatchamacallit just came to the top. Russell Wilson and the Broncos, they just, I guess they wanted to win more, I guess. And yeah, Broncos keep doing what you're doing. Vikings keep doing what you're doing. I like both of them. They play similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play
Yeah.
similar. I like both of them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think both teams are still, not necessarily rebuilding, but they're repairing their rosters. They're
Yeah.
getting they're collecting all of those gems that they need to be better football teams. The good part of it is that they have a strong organization and a really good coaching staff. And that is what's important in the league,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, coaching. Because at the end of the
Please.
day, that is how you mold your teams, is with great coaching, great coaching decisions, and of course players that fit your scheme. So
Yeah, because you can have like the best athletes in the world. Like you can have one of the best running backs with one of the best receivers, with one of the best linemen, with one of the best quarterbacks. With you can have the best of the best, but if you're not coached properly, you fucking suck, bro.
that's what it is. That's all
For
there is.
example, I bet, for example, the worst team. People don't think. I don't know why people don't think this, but the worst team in the NFL can beat the shit out. Can beat the shit out of the best team in college. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about discipline and shit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because NFL is just a different level. Everybody's
It's
great.
very
So,
different.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
different.
So, I mean, look, we want you guys to have a great Thanksgiving.
Y'all better.
Yeah, I mean, they really should, right? It was fantastic having you guys here for this episode of JNL Football Talks for the Week 11 recap. The Week 11 recap.
The week of weather we wrap. Something like that.
Yes, sir. So again,
sir.
stay tuned to the new format of the predictions that'll be coming to you throughout the week. Some you'll see some of the games and the predictions on Thursday coming up. You'll also see many of the other predictions coming before the Sunday lineup. So stay tuned, and most of all, man, just like, subscribe, follow, and interact, comment. Right, like we're not always wrong in a lot of the takes that we're given. A lot of you guys are fans of these teams that we talk about, and you can bring some insight that maybe we're not covering, and that's all we want to hear from you guys too. We're all growing together. We're all part of this, man, and we all love the game of football. So let's continue giving back to it by providing this type of content. So again, happy Thanksgiving. I'm about to dive into food, even though I got a whole other day before I need to. Doesn't matter.
Damn.
Man, let's go. All right, y'all. Out of here. Yeah. All right.
We did it, nigga. Yeah, I'm getting used to it now, though.
Yeah, see.